Today we're talking masculinity. What is it? Is it under attack? How much testosterone do you have? Do you even know? Are you a soy boy beta cuck or a based red pill giga chad? These are all very important questions that we need to explore, which is exactly why we're watching How Masculine Are These Men? The testosterone test. I think we're all going to learn something today, and it's going to highlight how silly of a video this actually is. Just by looking at someone, can you tell if they're masculine or not? Based on their physique, their stature, their physicality, their aura, their vibes?
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Jesse.
My name is Serena.
My name is Tate.
What do you know about testosterone?
I know some people take it to get jacked quick. I was a teen bodybuilder. I would think about testosterone all the time, and I wanted it to be really high.
Testosterone is the male sex hormone. We all knew that. It is an androgen, which means it's responsible for male characteristics and virilization, body hair, muscular development, brain function.
I think of like angry men punching holes in the wall. I don't know, you've never met a good man who has talked about testosterone a lot.
That's a common stereotype of having too high testosterone. Oh, they're a bull in a china shop. They get angry so easily. Perhaps, but that's not always the case. You could just be an asshole.
I personally love testosterone. I am trans, and it has changed my life in so many ways for the better.
So today you're gonna guess people's testosterone levels.
Okay.
What's your methodology gonna be?
I would assume it could probably relate to libido.
She's definitely right on that.
I think I'll probably talk about people's personal journey with masculinity and see where that goes.
What I'm gonna try to look for if somebody's like jacked effortlessly, because like if you take steroids and you don't work out, you can just be jacked.
These are all valid things to look out for, but it's a bit more nuanced than that. You see, the last claim, people take steroids and can just be jacked, that's largely due to a study where they took certain control groups and gave them steroids not working out versus people on steroids working out versus natties, and they found that the non-working out steroid takers had an increase in fat-free mass index, but they weren't accounting for intramuscular water weight as a result of taking PEDs. Therefore, it's a bit skewed. Will you get jacked? You'll definitely be stronger. You'll definitely have a bit more of an edge to you. Will you get all the muscles that you want? Probably not unless you introduce progressive overload with a stimulus. Does it have to be a crazy stimulus? Not as much as if you're natty. It is that easy.
I am gonna give you a list, and you're going to assign a number to them.
Somebody's 2,000? Is it just a fucking fist gonna walk through the door?
Normal range is 300 to 1,000.
Okay. Oh my God, someone's definitely injecting.
Whenever you talk about this reference range, especially with hormones, you have to take into account that this is an average. Meaning, most people will probably feel most optimized and healthiest at the upper end of the reference range. That's not everyone though, which also means that there's going to be people that can function fine on lower levels of testosterone. Well, why is that? It has to do with the sensitivity to these hormones, more specifically, your androgen receptor and gene expression. If you take one person on 500 mgs of test and another person, odds are they're going to react differently. Well, they're taking the same amount, shouldn't you get the same results? No. Because of that, androgen receptor gene expression, how the androgen receptor interacts with the testosterone.
Okay, this is your group.
Oh yeah, there's hormones in here, yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Rich.
I'm Serena, nice to meet you.
So you appear to be maybe middle age or older.
Yeah. One unavoidable fact of life is that typically as men age, their testosterone goes down, otherwise known as andropause. With women, it's menopause.
I think, to be frank, maybe one stereotype I have is as men age, they might have a problem with testosterone hormones over time.
Dude's an elderly man, he's old. But people, as they age, it's not atypical for one to take testosterone. I might take it when I'm 50.
I like the tie-dye, like it feels
thank
like you're
you.
not like overly hyper-masculine with...
That would simply never be me. She is cooking him. You're not overly hyper-masculine. It's because masculinity and testosterone are linked, right? Nobody doubts that. However, they're linked also in a mimetic aesthetic way as well. Meaning, you could have low testosterone but give off high T vibes. And you can also have really high testosterone but give off low T energy. People's impressions are based off of your social skills, your confidence, how you carry yourself, which can then be perceived as masculine or not. You know, if you're looking at the floor, kicking your feet and going, "Widowy, nobody likes me, I have no friends," odds are they're going to think you're low T. And for this example, if you give somebody a firm handshake and just never break eye contact and you're muscular and tall and strong, they're going to think you're high T. So the point I need to drive home here is low testosterone does not always equal bad. It could just mean that you are more sensitive to testosterone, meaning your body processes it more efficiently at the androgen receptor. More importantly, do you have medical signs of low testosterone, including irritability? Are you depressed? Do you have a hard time putting on muscle? Can you not pop a boner?
I don't think I am. I mean, I got the gay thing going, but that was the second half of my life.
Okay, so you've like diddled men.
Huh? Yo, who is this girl?
Or been diddled.
Vice
I don't
versa.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, we love a verse king. Wow.
Yeah.
I think of that as slightly higher T because like if one man is like, you know, a lot of T, right? Two men, that's like gay men, I would imagine. There's more going on there.
Being gay is actually higher T. I can tell that this girl is brain rotted by Twitter. She is terminally online. She is speaking my language, which is why today's video is sponsored by Babbel. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world. Personally, I love using Babbel because it helps me with conversations in the real world. I'm able to connect with loved ones and as a result form deeper relationships with them. Right now, I'm learning Spanish so that one day I can be fully bilingual. Check this out. Me llamo Philion y casi tengo 1,000,000 seguidores en YouTube. I like to use Babbel on desktop, but that's because that's where I spend a majority of my time. But it's super accessible on your phone as well, using the Babbel app. Babbel is helping me hone my Spanish skills, including grammar, punctuation, and syntax. And overall, I just feel more comfortable practicing the language. Babbel is scientifically backed by language experts, and they're confident that you'll start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Best of all, Babbel offers a 20-day money-back guarantee if it's not the right fit. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code to get 60% off on your subscription. And thank you to Babbel for sponsoring this video.
Just by virtue of you being ancient, I would say it could be on the lower end. I'll give you the 296.
326.
326.
A safe bet would be lower end of the reference range, just because he's older. And he likes men.
Kind of a soft-eyed man.
Is there like a correlation between having like blue eyes and like, you know, like, oh no, it's just that you're a dying breed. Okay, let me think.
Dude.
What are some of your least favorite stereotypes about masculinity?
I think the lack of intimacy between men.
Low T.
How do you feel about semen retention, no FAP, that whole movement?
I know very little about that.
So pretty much it's like not jacking off for a really long time because apparently like the cum goes up to your brain and gives you more power?
That's true. She is spitting. I could see how that would be the reverse though. The cum goes up to your brain and just makes you coon-brained, you know? You just turn into a gooner. The scary thing is, you know when a girl is too online when she knows what semen retention and nofap actually are.
The cum in my brain? Are you asking if I've cum in my brain?
Aesthetically speaking, he's rather low energy, which would be synonymous with low T behavior. But that's the problem with these generalizations. It could not be true, or it could be totally true.
Is testosterone something that you spend a lot of time thinking about?
I used to.
Can you share a little bit about why you used to care about it?
Yeah, I am transgender. So pre-transitioning, I could tell like something was off. And I had gone through like so many different medical cycles, because in Arizona you have to. Went through bipolar, went through schizophrenia, DID, went through all the medications for it.
So it turns out that you just needed to be affirmed in your gender to feel sort of calm and stable.
Yeah.
Here's a brain buster for you. Straight men, bodybuilders who take steroids to get hyper masculine results, is that gender affirming care? To feel more comfortable in their gender? I genuinely don't know. I'm interested to know what you guys think.
Last time you saw your doctor, was your doctor happy with your testosterone levels?
Yeah.
So I guess you're probably like a mid-range. 631.
I'm gonna give you the 2,195.
Okay.
Well, if this person's transgender, that means they're on exogenous T, testosterone that is not produced by their own body, odds are their levels are going to be pretty high. 2195, that would be absolutely insane. I'm going higher end of the reference range. I would agree with 631.
I don't know, you just seem very like robust, solid, and energetic. Like the last guy, he seemed a little down. I'm so sorry.
Dude, I am rope maxing. Are you kidding me? You simply can't be called out by a girl for being down or low energy, being associated with beta. It's so over!
Hey,
What's up,
Jesse.
man? Can I just say we're like alternate universe versions of each
I
other?
was literally thinking the same
Bro,
thing.
look at this. This is nuts.
Are you from New Jersey?
No,
You look
I'm
like a third generation New Jersey Italian.
I guess that's I'll just say thank you.
This dude's jacked for real, right?
Will you show him what you got there?
There you go. See, look, he's more jacked up. Dude, called it. You can tell because his neck vascularity has been popping.
He hit us with the sleeper build. How did he clock that?
Did you know your testosterone levels prior to today?
No.
How curious were you to know what your levels were?
I was pretty curious. I assumed they would be on the high end.
Well, because you said that, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the highest number that we have.
I think you're on the lower end. I think you're the 326. Similar to myself, you know, I would like work out a lot and I would do all this stuff to try to compensate for it. And that's what I think he's done.
You see, the thing about testosterone is that it's fickle to keep track of. So taking a freeze frame of your T levels at a given point in time is rather pointless unless you have other references to go off of because of the variability that can induce high or low T. Are you draining your ball sack? Did you have a good night's sleep last night? Are you eating healthy foods? Are you working out? These are all things that can impact your levels.
You're tall, you're very furry. Do you work out?
I do bodybuild, so
How much do you bench?
360.
Okay. Is that high?
Yeah, it's high.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's pretty high. I found the bull shark. This is him, without a doubt.
Beard growth, high T. Muscularity, high T. Body hair, high T.
No.
Big frame is high T, dude. It's like, no? Dude keeps telling me I'm wrong. Certainty of knowledge, high T. Won't even let me get a fucking word in here. Might be the highest T of them all.
It's just black.
Black? You're black. Yeah.
It's coming out.
The notion that certain races are just higher T than others is probably doing more damage than good because it's not founded in science.
He's on the younger side, buff. I'm gonna give him the 631.
I'm going high.
Okay.
Dude, you gotta go see a doctor. 2,195. He's a bodybuilder. He might be on steroids. He also might be, in his words, black. So, but I don't think you can reach 2,000 natural, like double the highest. Somebody here's on steroids, no?
He without a doubt has the highest testosterone because he's a bodybuilder and is definitely pinning.
Physically, what are some of your favorite attributes about yourself?
Physically, I like my lats.
Can we see your lats?
No, I don't think we should see my lats. You can feel them if you want. Yeah.
Wow, razor sharp.
How is your success rate with like sex and things
So
like
I'm
that?
actually like a waiter.
Okay.
So not like in a restaurant.
Oh.
But like I like prepare to
Oh,
wait for my
he's
like
lying
person.
in the weights. So you're a virgin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Being a virgin is usually associated with being low T. However, if you follow the no-fap semen retention pseudoscience, that means he's bottling up all of his masculine energy. His T levels are probably through the roof.
You got a full ass beard.
I don't think it's much more full than yours.
Is it?
But you don't connect, so you're a loser.
He's got the girliest voice ever, and he just called him a loser because his beard doesn't connect.
Do you practice SR, semen retention?
I wouldn't say so, but I don't jack off a lot.
What is not a lot?
I might be like a few times a year kind of guy.
Okay.
Like I'm not very like, I don't have a drive.
Would you say you're on the spectrum of asexuality?
For this video to make sense, I need to explain to you how testosterone even works in the body. First, your brain tells your balls, your testes, that you need test. It then enters your bloodstream and is divided into 3 different pathways. Number 1 is SHBG, or sex hormone binding globulin. It's a carrier protein. Number 2 is albumin, another carrier protein. And number 3 is free test, which is around 2 to 3% of the testosterone that enters your blood. Free test is floating around your body and is available to execute certain functions, responsible for libido and muscle mass. This is the testosterone that is utterly important and is synonymous with somebody having high testosterone. The ratios to which testosterone is divided between SHBG and albumin vary from person to person. The testosterone associated with sex hormone binding globulin is rendered inactive because it is strongly bound. It waits until your body needs testosterone to then have a regulation mechanism. The testosterone that is bound to albumin, the other carrier protein, is more weakly bound, therefore it is active and available. SHBG determines how androgen dominant you are. However, there is a golden ratio when we're talking about hormone optimization. Your total testosterone levels equal all 3 of the above listed: SHBG, albumin, and your free test. Whereas your bioavailable testosterone equals your albumin plus your free. All this to say, what really matters is how your body interacts with these hormones, more specifically at the androgen receptor transcription site. 2 people with the same test levels may have wildly different symptoms, and some may be hypogonadal while others feel totally fine. So what is the point of taking these levels in the first place if they don't mean anything, because we can't really measure the androgen receptor sensitivity? You can make a generalization that most people, meaning the average person, will probably feel the best at the higher end of the reference range. So when you get your blood taken, you're looking at 2 values, your total testosterone and your bioavailable or free testosterone. Which is more important? Well, some people are free testosterone purists because that is the testosterone ready to interact with your body. Others say both are important because then you can start clocking your blood work over a period of time and see if you ever have symptoms of hypogonadalism. Where did I learn all this? More plates, more dates.
I mean, dude, there's no arguing here. Dude's jacked, right?
Looks like you're very built. You have like sports ball shirt on.
This is Jason Kelsey.
That's Jason Kelsey, everyone.
I have a huge crush on him.
Does he know?
He does now.
What's funny is if somebody's jacked, they could just work out really hard, spike their cortisol, and lower their T. So it's like, it's a balancing act.
Show of hands, who did Jesse get right?
Oh, I'm a fucking cool guy. That's pretty solid, man.
What? Wow. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Not bad, not bad.
I guess 296, second to lowest. What's your actual?
481.
Oh, dude, you're crushing it.
Thank you. I feel
He's got
honored.
higher T than me.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me. I mean,
The reality is most people just don't know what their own levels are because they have no reason to get them checked unless they're doing routine blood work or they're experiencing symptoms of depression, low mood, libido, and lack of muscle mass.
What is your relationship to testosterone?
I get a lot of advertisements on social media for it because somehow it knows that I'm older. I'm not on it.
Okay.
It's just like putting rocket fuel into an old car. It's not going to go well.
Well, it could be fun.
Says the person who's on exogenous T. My opinion is that people take messing with your hormones way too lightly. It's not a game you should really be playing around with. There are consequences and side effects to your actions. We're dealing with brain chemistry and endocrine function. This is like the very stuff that makes you you. On principle, I'll probably never take TRT because I'm stubborn as I age into a silver fox. That transhumanism debate, like, well, why not? It's modern medicine. Why not feel great? Why not have the sex drive of an 18-year-old man? Because you're not supposed to as an old man. You know? You're supposed to age gracefully. You're supposed to slow down a little bit. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me.
All right, so what are you?
Oh, I'm also sad.
No, I meant your T level.
Oh, okay. 264.
I guess you're right, yeah?
You did.
Lowest T of the bunch?
Yep.
What's that like? Is it good?
I didn't know until I took the test.
That's crazy. So you're just like learning that about you. Does it feel like it explains things or no?
Not really.
I think it explains your demeanor because before you say any sentence, you do this.
Or he's just socially awkward and has really sensitive androgen receptors, so he can function off of lower testosterone than everyone here. I don't know. It depends. He's got to see a doctor. Or maybe he sleeps like shit, eats slop, and is clinically depressed.
I guess 41. And what's your actual level?
631.
631.
It's not fair, man. It's not fair. No.
You found out today? You found out today?
Well, like I've had some idea in general.
You did?
Yeah, I have to. I'm transgender.
Oh.
Yeah.
What'd you notice in your life change? Like you get more energy, you want to fucking fight or fucking fuck?
It's just balanced me out. It's making me calmer.
Calmer?
Oh, yeah, I was crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was really crazy. I was unbalanced. And yeah, it's a whole journey. But within 3 or 4 days of starting testosterone, it's just like, it just cleared out my everything.
Damn.
I wasn't angry. I was able to communicate a lot better, feel like myself.
Well, I would venture to say that estrogen would make you feel perhaps irritable, so taking testosterone would balance you out. But, nah, I won't go there.
That's fucking cool. Damn, that makes me want to do it.
To be trans, I know. It's crazy.
Not that.
It sounds like you took testosterone to really align yourself. I'm curious if you wanted to take T to get any of the stereotypical changes, like thickening of facial hair, vocal cords.
That's part of that alignment, isn't it? Like, for me at least. I mean, for some people, it really isn't, but I was more excited for those things to happen. That was my last chance, otherwise I was going into an institution, so.
If you're transgender and you don't want to be virilized or have male characteristics, why would you take testosterone?
326. You guess 326? I am 326.
Nice.
My testosterone level.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Have you dealt with like low T before? Are you like the low T friend? Or are you the high T
Not that I
friend?
know. This is the first time I've ever had it tested.
Really?
So, yeah.
Was it the results surprising to you at all?
I think a little bit. I expected them to be a little higher.
Why?
Because people with low T, low energy, can't put on muscle well. I guess low bad vibes that you get from them.
I
and
see.
I don't feel like I
So you're
project
saying
that.
people are bad vibes if they're low T? Damn.
Low T men are icky. Ew, get away from me. You're taking away from my aura.
How'd you feel about finding out that you're low T as fuck?
So this, I've always kind of wondered what my testosterone levels were.
Right.
Going through puberty, I struggled a little bit with confidence.
Well, it's not an accurate reading unless you have multiple panels of blood work and you can take an average over a period of time.
What was your level?
It was the highest one.
It was the 2000?
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to a doctor about that?
Yes, I have. I have. My
Okay.
doctor knows.
Your doctor knows?
Yeah.
So why is your T so high?
I inject.
Okay.
I had like sleep apnea, and if you're never going to recover or actually getting any proper sleep, your testosterone is going to be like super low. So mine's like 200s or so.
So, he has sleep apnea, which lowers his testosterone because he's not sleeping. So then he takes exogenous T, which would make him more muscular, which would give him sleep apnea. Did I get that right? Sleep apnea happens to fat people, but it also happens to bodybuilders when they have really thick necks, and the physical structure of said necks don't allow you to get enough oxygen while you sleep, and you pretty much asphyxiate in your dreams. It's a very serious medical condition that a lot of people don't know about. It's the silent killer, but taking testosterone to make you bigger and thicker, I don't think would help.
So what are you?
I was 582.
Wow. You're kind of like killing some of these people guys with your
It's
with
the
your
SR.
T. SR King, no fab king. Good for you. That's such a flex, because you're like, I'm not even horny, but I still beat so many of you in testosterone. It's like you're just eating them without trying. I love that for you.
My friends and I have this like joke that I'm like low T. They also went and did their blood tests, and they were like 290, 300. So now I'm like, oh, let's go.
Like I said, being low T is more of a how you carry yourself thing. And masculinity, we don't have enough time to unpack what it means to be a man in this video. But like, your T levels, do you shoulder responsibility? Do you look out for the ones that you love? Do you do the right thing when nobody is watching? Do you help the old woman cross the street? Are you comfortable in yourself? I don't know.
What's your level?
296.
Is that the lowest?
Second lowest.
Who was the lowest?
We went over that.
Oh, that, yeah.
How do you feel about your level?
If anything, it made me like proud that I've been able to build this body. at a genetic disadvantage.
It's inspiring, dude. It makes me think I can be bigger.
Yeah, you just gotta eat.
I've been eating.
Not enough.
Yeah, okay.
So this video just reinforced stereotypical testosterone myths and what it means to be a masculine man. Typical corporate slop, but hey, we're in a slop era. And remember that being high T is more of a mindset than a number on a piece of paper.
Wait, let's do it my way. I can set a car.